It is Monday, March 23rd, 2020, and you are tuned into DIRTRACKR Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope you get a chance to check out some of the cool stuff that was on some of the streaming services and some of the racing from the weekend, even if it was virtual. Speaking of virtual racing, I want to jump right into this. The iRacing World of Outlaws Sprint Car World Championship starts tonight. The series is back for its third season and will race each Monday night for the next 10 weeks through Memorial Day. If you're looking for some actual dirt racing, obviously not on a racetrack, but on a virtual racetrack, this is actual live dirt racing. The season opens tonight at Volusia Speedway Park, and the schedule will continue at Lernerville, Fairbury, Knoxville, Lymanland, Lernerville again, Kokomo, Eldora, Williams Grove, and then they will close out the season at the dirt track at Charlotte. 35 drivers will compete for the championship, with last year's champion Alex Bergeron looking to repeat. Bergeron won 5 of the 10 races last season. He was also runner-up in the series' first season in 2018. Eligible drivers include the top 15 in points from last year's championship and the top 20 in points from an 8-race qualifying season, which ran over the winter. The 35 drivers, I want to kind of run through these names here so you can get an idea of who you'll be hearing about if you decide to tune in. But the 35 drivers scheduled to compete are Kendall Tucker, Dylan Hauser, Lewis Hewitt, James Tiernan, Braden Eiler, Skylar Brown, Cole Newhoff, Alex Bergeron, Zach Novak, Cameron Merriman, Austin Semmelman, Justin Thomas, Sean Timmerman, Tyler Ducharme, Nick Cooper, Chase Cabray, Colton Hardy, Blake Cannon, David Heilman, Matthew McKinney, James Edens, John Batista, Rusty Kruger, Cole Cabray, Adam Elby, Billy Rowley, Vinny Sansone, Dylan Summelman, Tyler Schell, Anthony Job, Mike Keegan, Logan Clampett, Bobby Sant Jr., Alex Smulders, and Britton Roxbury. A lot of, if you've paid any attention to any iRacing series, there's quite a few big names in here, including Bergeron and Zach Novak, who's been the NASCAR champion, the eNASCAR champion. So a lot of other really accomplished iRacers in here, including some guys that have moved over from some of the other series, including the World of Outlaws late model series that competes on the iRacing platform. I talked to series announcer Chase Rodman yesterday. He told me to keep an eye on James Edens, David Heileman, Kendall Tucker, Dylan Semmelman, Tyler Schell, and Tyler Ducharme, along with Bergeron, as guys who are probably all legitimate title contenders. And guys that could win races and be fast include Adam Elby, James Tiernan, Chase Cabray, Blake Cannon, Alex Smulders, Joe Berkeley, Austin Semmelman, and Dylan Hauser. All really fast guys. So we will be paying attention to that tonight. If you're curious about the format, the race format includes 2 laps of qualifying, 10-lap heats starting straight up with the top 4 to the feature, and 2 12-lap B mains, which takes the top 2 to the back of the feature. The feature will start 20 drivers and is 35 laps. Each race pays $300 to win, and the champion gets $10,000. You can watch each show live at 9 p.m. Eastern on Mondays at iRacing.com/live. You can also get more information at iRacing.com/WooSprint. I'll break down the first night of action on tomorrow morning's show. And if you're looking for this stuff, if you go to YouTube, you can find a lot of the old races. I went ahead and looked at some of the races from last season. And then they had a kind of preseason test broadcast that they did here last week. And I went ahead and checked that out. So the racing is really, really good, really close. They ran that first show at Volusia. Obviously going to run at Volusia again tonight, but racing's really fun. The guys are super fast, super competitive. It's not a wreck fest, so I'm excited for this. I'm going to jump into this kind of for the first time, and I hope you'll get a chance to check it out. It'll be pretty neat, and while we're all stuck at home, at the very least, it's some more live racing to check out. So, speaking of iRacing, did you guys check out the NASCAR event yesterday that was on Fox Sports 1? If you did and you enjoyed it, there is a dirt version coming on Wednesday. The World of Outlaws are going to run an Invitational on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern on DIRTVision. Drivers list and more details are set to come, so stay tuned for that. The World of Outlaws and the DIRTVision social channels will have details on all of that here probably in the next, maybe by today or sometime early tomorrow. We'll have a lot more details on that broadcast. But if you have a fast pass, you'll be able to definitely check that out. The World of Outlaws, in kind of getting all of this coronavirus stuff handled, they had a kind of an interesting piece about the decision making that kind of went into postpone the upcoming events. The World of Outlaws postponing up through the April 9th broadcast, or the April 9th race. Check it out if you haven't. It kind of gives you some insight into the thought process on that specific day from series director Carlton Reimers and the World Racing Group management regarding what it takes to kind of make that decision and what moves they kind of made and how that timeline of that day kind of went down. and what they decided to do to kind of keep fans and competitors safe. If you're looking for that piece, you can find it at worldofoutlaws.com. If you're looking for other entertainment, Knoxville Raceway has been adding a ton of races to their YouTube channel. They've added Knoxville Features, or Knoxville Nationals Features, 360 Nationals races, and a lot more stuff from the last 20 or 30 years. If you're looking for some cool old races to watch, I think they've added something like 30 new videos to their channel here in the last week or so. So lots of good stuff over on the Knoxville YouTube channel. Go check that out if you're bored and looking for some entertainment. Analytics edition. I know this is something I talk about a lot on the show, but I've done a lot of work here on DIRTRACKR, and I finally over the weekend finished adding the 2018 World of Outlaws season to the database. So the race total is now 153 races in the database. That includes full seasons from 2018 and 2019, all of the races, all of the results, and I've obviously had the 3 races from 2020 in there already. I went ahead and made the move. I had driver ratings on the overall kind of analytics main page, and then I had them available for each season, but I've now added driver ratings to each individual race as well, so you can kind of see another way to take a look at how a driver's night went, not just how he finished in the feature, but how his whole night went. And so those driver ratings are now, if you look underneath the feature results on any results page, you will also see the driver ratings for the night. And just in case you're curious, that driver rating is your qualifying position, your heat race position, and your main or feature finish all added together. So the lower the number is, the better off the night you had. A 3 is a perfect score. Obviously, if you go quick time, win your heat, and win the feature, that would be a perfect score of 3. So check that out. Let me know what you think about that. Also, because I have the tracks section and I have a lot of information about tracks, this is kind of where some of the power of DIRTRACKR and what I've built is going to kind of start showing itself, because I'm able to do kind of some track and location-based stats. And I added the first example of that over the weekend to the main analytics page and to the year pages. You can now see the best average finish and most wins by track size. So for example, Logan Schuchart has the best average finish on 4/10 mile tracks, while David Gravel has the most 4/10 mile track wins. Those, like I said, are available on the main analytics page, and also each of the year pages. But all of the track sizes that are available for that year, across all of the races they ran for the season, are all available in that. And obviously that will change, especially for 2020 as we get more races in. But right now I've got, at least for the full database, 4/10 mile, half mile, third mile, quarter mile, 3/8, and 3/10. Give you average the best average position for each of those track sizes, and then same for the wins, who has the most wins at each of those track sizes, not only for all of the races in the database, but for the individual years. And I'll be adding kind of some more stats like this to kind of give you an idea of who is good where, and what you should be looking for when guys go to certain types of racetracks. And this will be something that I'll probably include in the some of the predictive stuff I want to do is obviously once we go to the next racetrack, who's not only been good at that racetrack in the past, but who's good at that type of racetrack. So that'll be something to keep an eye on as we move forward. But take a look at the analytics. Let me know what you think. I went ahead finally yesterday. I'd been behind a couple of weeks on the DIRTRACKR Weekly newsletter, so I sent one of those out last night. If you'd like to sign up for that, you can do that at DIRTRACKR.com. That's it for the show today. I hope you guys tune into that iRacing World Championship for the World of Outlaws starting tonight, like I said, at 9 p.m. Eastern over at iRacing.com/live. Really fun broadcasts, really fun racing. I'm excited to check that out, and I'll have more for you guys on that tomorrow. You can find DIRTRACKR Daily on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or where you get podcasts. Please subscribe, leave me a review, tell your friends. You can also watch the show on YouTube and Facebook if you'd like to do that. You can email the show at info@dirtrackr.com. You can follow along with DIRTRACKR at facebook.com/DIRTRACKR, twitter.com/DIRTRACKR, and DIRTRACKR.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Justin_Fiedler. Like I said, that DIRTRACKR Weekly newsletter sign up is there. Hope you guys check that out. And DIRTRACKR itself, if you'd like to pay attention and know what's going on through the news through the day, the site updates itself every 15 minutes throughout the day. So pulling in news feeds from all your favorite series, all your favorite news sites, podcasts, videos, all that kind of stuff. And so every 15 minutes, there's a script that runs, refreshes all the content on the site. So when you look at the site, you can know that everything there is basically about as current as it can be, and as news breaks throughout the day. And obviously, probably right now, not a ton of breaking news, but as the season finally starts getting rolling again, this is going to be a good resource to keep you up to date on everything that's going on. So hope you enjoyed the show. We will certainly see everybody tomorrow on DIRTRACKR Daily.